Tonight's tactical enhancement is gin and tonic with lemon. Tonight we're playing Warhammer, the old world, 2,400 points, because it's about time we beefed it up a little bit. This is the battlefield, a smattering of trees, a little hill, and I've broken out some buildings from the Warhammer townscape that I haven't fielded in a while. Get a bit of use out of those. I'm taking Wood Elves, which is not great if you actually want to win a battle, because I haven't figured out how to use them properly yet. Well, I mean, if you know how to use them, you might win, but I don't.
We'll see how we go.
And against that, I'm playing against Sean and his Orcs and Goblins. Sean, talk us through what you got.
Okay, so we've got 30 brigands with spears.
Christ almighty.
They have the Raggedy's banner, which gives them like a war banner, plus it also gives them +1 weapon skill. 2 units of 4 boar boys with a boss and a musician. Just straightforward 3-up save. 2 units of boar chariots with a war boss on the back.
Heroes, right?
Heroes, so it's basically 6 wounds each chariot. Then we've got 20 arrow boys with a poison banner, full command.
Yes, that sucks.
Yeah, well, got Paw, the Wyvern. He's just a war boss, not a black orc. He's got regen 5. He's got
So a
3
standard
armor.
hero can have a wyvern.
No, he's a war boss, war lord.
Oh, okay, so he's a lord, right.
Knob, whatever you call him. I call him war boss. Is a big boss is the lower, and the war boss is the highest.
Ah, I see.
Then we've got Miss Fluffy Shoes.
Yes.
And
Fluffy Boots herself. We need revenge against that one.
yes, well, they have a tendency to die. I've got 7 Golden Wolf Riders with Feign Flight, Reserve Move, Light Armor, Shield, and a bow. And a spear.
Right.
And they go with a 4th level wizard on them. Who's got the item that makes them not impetuous, so they don't go chasing off. Because I don't want to lose my guy.
Right, okay.
I have a BSB with a war banner, just
Where
a
is it?
boss,
Let's see if I can find that and put in shot.
and
There it
a
is.
very old wizard, 4th level wizard.
Right.
And what else? We've got 35 goblins.
Alright, Goblin Horde.
Just shield, behind weapon, full command, and then we got a bolt thrower and a stone thrower.
Oh, you've got a stone thrower, huh?
Well, I thought you might take something big and nasty with 2,400, so I might go Kashplat on one.
Well, I expect nothing less. Alright, well,
What have you got?
what have I got? That's right, that's what we're up to. Oh, 2,400 points does get you a bit more than usual. I've got 2 units of core archers. Every archer has Hagbane, we'll save you having to repeat that over and over again. So 2 units of 5 with Hagbane, no upgrades. 2 units of scouts with Hagbane and no upgrades. 6 light cav. They've got spears and bows and full command. That's what they've got.
We got Hagbane too.
Oh, they certainly have. 3 Warhawk riders, including a champ. The tree person.
A tree person.
Well, you know,
Get a name.
this bloke I was mates with,
Call him Branch or something.
person I was mates with at the time, decided to help me put together a bunch of tree bits into a tree person or tree man, but then he got out the green stuff and gave her a lovely pair of boobs. So your guess is as good as mine.
I don't want to know.
We refer to them as they. Then we have 22 of the Eternal Guard. They've got spear shields. You just can't see them. They're hiding under their cloaks, and they are stubborn. They've got full command.
Oh, so the Eternal Guard, an oxymoron because they always die.
Ah, yes, but they never run away.
Oh,
They eternally stand and die. Well, they can't break, but they're stubborn and they've got high leadership, and there'll be an army standing bearer nearby. Okay, it happens occasionally.
Yeah, it does. Yes. Okay.
Anyway, what else we got? We've got a couple of eagles, as you do. Lighting's terrible here. I'll come around this side.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of eagles. 10 war dancers. And I've got a hero with a big wacky sword and some stuff to keep him alive. I've got a mage who's got a staff to make his spells work better. Standard bearer, nothing special on the standard, but a bit of magical shit to keep him alive. And a lord on a dragon with a bit of magical shit to keep him alive, and a fucking big axe. Yeah. Seriously, look at the size of the axe in this guy.
What's the axe? Is it just a regular axe?
I think it's just a great weapon.
Oh, okay.
Because they got always strikes first, the always strike last cancels each other out.
So it works on initiative 6 or 7 anyway then.
Yeah, exactly. And he'll probably charge, so he'll be right.
You reckon? Okay.
Well, give it a go, and if he doesn't, who cares? It means he's coming to fight a dragon.
I don't want to fight a dragon.
I bet you don't.
It's not very good for one's health.
Well, it's good for the dragon's health, he gets a feed. But anyway, that's basically it, and it's going to be an exercise in trying to figure out how to keep the fuckers alive while actually doing something, because I was just thinking earlier, after playing so much 8th edition, which did not have a lot of subtlety around the MSU, I'm having to remember it all again.
Have your longbows got armor bane?
Yeah, if they're all 6 to wound, they get a -1 to your armor.
But if they're all 6 to hit and get poisoned, they don't.
That's right. One of the funny quirks about the rules. Although that was true under the last rules as well.
It sort of makes fair enough. You get a wound, you don't have to roll for this.
Yeah.
It's fair.
I was thinking that it would be good to keep at the dwarves and just really workshop them, and we get really good at one army, then work on the next one.
No.
But then I thought, no, hang on a minute. What are the odds that you bring the Orcs and Goblins again, and it's yet another Dwarves versus Orcs and Goblins match? So I thought, no, I'll spice it up. I'll take something interesting. Doesn't improve my odds of winning, but then it should be a more fun game.
I think it'll be interesting. Poison is good. Take something hard, and you've got a lot of. It's a target-rich environment.
Certainly is. Well, let's roll a dice so he gets to choose the table edge.
I don't really care actually. I just thought about it, but 4. You can have that side.
Makes no fucking difference to me, but I'll plonk a tree down and we'll deploy and we'll check in after that.
Okay.
Alright, 2400 points of mayhem deployed. And we have some orc heavy cav on that flank. Gobbos with poisoned arrows there. The giant, pretty much a arrow magnet today. And the wolf riders behind him. There's quite a few of those buggers actually. Then what do we have? We have artillery in the back line, of course. Then we've got a massive phalanx of all manner of killy death all clustered in the middle there. That's
Grey Orc.
If that goes in formation, it's rather bad. And then some other guys over there, and I'm starting to think these ball boys are just heavy disruptors at this point in the game.
Yeah.
Whereas I've got a flank distraction over here, which has got some scout shooters, birdie num num, a tree person.
Tree person.
And
tree person.
I'll call him Bob. And then we have the light cav over here who might go and play with some ball boys or something. Then we've got this big cluster castled up in the trees, which seems to always fucking happen.
Well, you can spread them on the hill, It's not like they're going to be shot off by the advancing.
Well, see, what I've got means anything that goes to my army gets shot at.
Why don't you just put them on the hill, just redeploy? It's fine.
Nah.
No.
That's okay. I'm okay with where I am.
I'm okay with where you are too. That's the problem.
I'm sure you are. We'll see how long that lasts. War dancers back here. There's a mage.
Excellent.
He looks like a tree hiding in the trees.
What are we doing, sir?
And a monster and infantry combo here. And then we've got some flying stuff over in the flank to go and play tag with some other ball boys. And that's it. So at this juncture, I think we roll a dice to see who goes first.
I get +1, apparently.
Yeah. I don't know. No, fucking hell, that won't help.
I can't lose.
Well, you got a
6.
5 anyway.
Matter,
So
you got +1.
it'll be first turn goes to the Orcs and Goblins.
Woo!
And we'll check in after that.
Alright.
Right, end of Orcs and Gobs turn 1. And they're coming right at us.
No.
Not sort of, I mean a whole lot of them are. I mean those guys over there decided they would about face and fuck off from the stuff that's coming up their flank.
Oh shit, yeah.
These guys came up here, but not too close because I don't want to get jumped by this lot. And the rock lobber dropped a rock, or tried to drop a rock on this building here full of elves. They were very confused about these interior decorations. But it misfired, so that was convenient. I think it's pretty safe to say I'm not going to stop all of this lot before it hits me, so I've got to think of what to do about that. But we'll worry about that in a moment, and we'll check in at the end of Wood Elf turn 1. Wood Elf turn 1. I mucked around a bit, then decided to move up my archers to get some poison shots there. Moved the treeman to start supporting this flank from the flank. And I did think about moving these guys around there to do something, but then I decided to hold him back and start putting poison arrows on this guy and make his life uncomfortable. Moved a birdie up there. Now because Sean had moved these guys forward a bit, I couldn't get my eagle all the way to fly onto the other side of him. So my eagle is there hiding behind a building. These guys sat still to get the most shots. We tried to put the magical bulwark or whatever it is on these guys. It didn't work. We did put Plague of Rust on that fella. Then we blasted him with a magic missile and a whole lot of poison arrows, and we actually did a fair bit of damage to it. So I'm down to 1 wound out of the original 6 that it started with. And the few poison shots I put in this fella didn't do anything. That's about it. And we put a template down. And we did do the wind blast thing on that, which pushed it back a little bit. That did some damage to it, actually.
3 wounds.
3 wounds, yeah. The other 2 of them poison arrows.
Yes.
Now this vortex is the... What the hell is this thing? It's the elemental spirit vortex.
Yes, and it does what?
Right, so 9 to cast, 15-inch range, 3-inch to spell. No, it's 3-inch template. And it counts as dangerous terrain.
Yes. So where does it randomly move? Now, it goes at the beginning of my turn.
At the start of each turn, it'll move d6 inches in a random direction, and if it touches anything, it does d3 plus 3 strength for AP1 hits.
Okay, very good.
So we'll roll for that now, and we'll see what happens. And we're into Orcs and Goblins turn 2.
Excellent.
Orcs and Goblins turn 2, and they continue their advance. That template shuffled a bit, clipped one of the chariots but failed to wound it. Let's see, so the giant moved up. These guys tried to charge the Great Eagle, who fled and only went 4 inches, which is actually good. So left them hanging around here. Then these guys moved up. These guys sat still and volley shot at these guys and killed 1, but fortunately their poison didn't work because of the way the cover works now. These guys have moved up very close, so they're going to try and charge next turn. This slot did a turn on the spot and cast a fireball at this eagle and took 2 wounds off of it. That sucked a bit. And then dropped this template here, which may yet clean up the eagle next turn. These guys did a march move, then used a magic spell to do a reform. And this chap's turned up here on the hill in order to look majestic on the highest land surface in the board. Presumably he's going to try and hunt down that treeman and fuck him up very shortly. So we'll see what we can do in the interim. Probably not a great deal, I assume. And yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, and the magic, let's see. Oh, no, in the shooting, the rock lobber dropped on the building here and cleaned up a couple of guys. Then a big powerful spell from the wizard hiding in the goblin mob there blasted another one. They passed their panic test, but it was rather a bad day for these guys in the building. Just goes to show that elves should only go in buildings which are made out of magically turning a tree into a fucking hall or something. These guys have a 5+ ward on them, and that's about it, I think. Did I miss anything? Nope, that's it. Alright, well, I will do Wood Elves turn 2, and then I think in turn 3 it's going to turn to shit. But we'll check in before then.
No.
And a Wood Elf turn 2. Now what we did is moved these guys in so they're in positions to start doing things. I'm only feeling safe to do that because the bastards who do poison can't do poison on me at the moment. But I've got to get close enough to be able to do shit if they come into the woods. And to be able to charge out of the woods. In order to see things out of a wood, you've got to be a little bit in the wood yourself. Over here we marched the treeman to be outside of the charge arc of this big motherfucker. Then we moved everybody back over there. Hocked a bunch of poison arrows, did wound him, but he made his saves. He's got a 4+ armor and 3+ armor and a 5+ ward. That template moved, of course, and killed my birdie before he had a chance to move. This birdie rallied and then did a march move and flew over the lines in order to threaten the war machines. Over here we sat still in order to get more shots out because I don't particularly want to go running out in the middle of this shit just yet because these skirmishing guys can charge and they've got a big powerful mage, lots of spears. Not a good scenario.
The giant's about to have lunch.
Yes, and then these poor fuckers here, these sacrificial lambs, are still shooting desperately out of the building, wondering what the fuck just happened to the roof. Probably criticising the structural integrity of human buildings at the moment. I dumped a bunch of poison on these bastards and failed to reprise our effort of wounding any of them. So that's about it. Oh, and over here, let's see in the magic, we got the earthen rampart for these guys. That'll help against the chariot. Then I moved my mage a couple of inches too far by accident, which means it counted as a march, so he didn't get his wind blast out. That template just very little really. We fired a whole lot of poison at this chariot here and finally polished off the last wound. So that's a character actually, a character in a chariot. So that's a good kill. And that's about it. I think, yeah, we'll stop here and we'll go into turn 3 where the casualty rate's almost certainly going to go up substantially. And we'll check in at the end of that. Orcs and Goblins turn 3 and some damage is starting to mount up, but we're kind of frustrating each other a lot. Let's see, these guys and the lady here came to knock on the door, and the remaining 2 Wood Elves in there took one look and thought fuck that, and they ran out the back door, and they're now over here. The Orcs there took some shots at those guys and killed one. They actually cast Itchy Nuisance to reduce the toughness. It didn't achieve anything. These guys... Okay, so I had an eagle over here. This guy ran up here, cast Fireball, and then in the reserve move, because they've got a reserve move, and they ran around here. That's how the shots could be made in that sequence. Then the bolt thrower picked off the remaining eagle. The catapult completely fucking failed to work and I think killed one of his own guys. These guys turned around again and came back. This guy turned around and came back. Everyone's dicking around all over the place. These guys moved at the double in order to get near the slot. The templates moved and achieved absolutely nothing. And on to the big news. This chap here charged into the woods. He nearly went for the mage because I put the mage in the stupidest place.
He would have run him over. Well, and actually,
wouldn't have caught him. That's the funny thing.
I could have re-rolled.
But he only just made the war dances. We threw javelins at him on the way in.
Actually did a wound.
Actually, yeah, some miracle did a wound.
Where's the wound?
Not javelins, throwing spears. What the fuck they are.
That's all you did though.
Yes, and then in the melee, the impact hits killed a couple. In the melee, we did nothing. Rolled crap. And then the crew killed another one. But we have a full command in there. And we've got the general there, and not that we needed it, we have a banner as well. So it's actually a fairly sturdy line with that high initiative. So we held, we got pushed back a little bit.
And the goblins are coming.
And the goblins are coming, yeah. It's pretty funny. Alright, so anyway, into Wood Elves, turn 3. Wood Elves, turn 3. We rallied these guys, and these guys sat still, shot, and finally did some damage and killed 2 of those guys, but the last one stuck around. I'm hoping to kill him in defensive fire. We moved up this slot into the woods in case they needed to do something next turn. These guys sat still, even with this massive shit that's going to kill them next turn. The dragon and these guys charged the chariot, and he issued a challenge, and the dragon and the rider just ate the chariot, basically. Took a bit of doing, but nom nom nom. Hero and chariot gone. This template went through this guy, did no damage. The treeman moved at the double to get in the general direction where the actual fight is going to be. We did a bit of very tight measuring and figured out that these guys, being Wood Elves, adapted the -1 to move through trees. So they just got out of the charge arc of those 4 boar boys there. These guys did a standard move, and all of those guys shot at the general. Did nothing, and those 3 sacrificial lambs in there shot at that fella and did nothing. And my magic really managed to do fuck all as well. So
yes, you're having a sucky time.
I did polish off a couple of boar boys and a chariot, and I can't complain about that. So basically you're down by 2 heroes and chariots and a few boars. Anything else I killed? I don't know. Light casualties so far this game. I think that's going to change in a moment. I actually thought that was going to change last turn, but it's we're now at the bottom of turn 3, and we're still both very much in the game.
Alright,
well, check in at the end of Orcs and Goblins turn 4. What is it? End of turn 4 for the Orcs, I think. So we haven't even had turn 4 for the Elves yet. And let's see. That bloody Vortex finally pissed off after eating some of my guys last turn. He charged in with this unit of goblins. They lost 2 guys on the way in, lost a guy against the 5 elves who've got no banners, no champions or anything.
Yes.
Killed nothing.
Yes.
Still won. But we passed our morale.
Like the Russian hordes. Everyone's dead, but we still won.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and the giant is lining up a rather nasty charge opportunity through there. I have to think about how to handle that in a moment.
I think you'll be fine.
Probably. Over here, the lone boar boy charged in, and
he doesn't get close order because he's not big enough either.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
He took a wound off. He issued a challenge, which I took. He took a wound off one guy, who did nothing in return. And we did shoot poison arrows at him on the way in, but I just didn't do the job.
He made all his saves.
He did. They're good at that.
Yes. 3+ is good.
Yes. The magic. Well, let's see. This guy reformed. The magic users have been blasting this guy, and so did the bolt thrower. That was a bit vexing. He's lost 3 wounds. But he did have to go over the fucking hill, so that was going to happen. And the Wyvern charged in against the War Dancers, and Sean very politely reminded me that I could issue a challenge, which I did. And we did the Woven Mist thing, right? So they get 4+ ward, and I didn't make any.
You made 1.
Did I?
You made 1.
1. Well, for the most part, he tripped over himself.
1 out of 6.
And it's funny because his ward save is based on dancing like a flouncy fellow, and he got killed by the general. So the ward save, funnily enough, didn't work for anything after that. After his corpse had been thoroughly run through by a spear, his ability to dance and avoid the chomp chomp and the claw claw and the stomp stomp didn't work at all.
No, he just went, and that was the end of it.
Yes.
Yes, I shall do and pirouette. Yes.
So depending on how you argue the rules for immune to psychology and terror, I needed either a 3 or 4 to
4.
Say a 4. Okay, and I
rolled
rolled
a 3. I think it was a 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 3. 3 is what I needed. That was a treat. So we're still there.
Otherwise, you would have run off.
Yeah, that would have been bad because it then would have followed up into my fucking mage.
Yeah, that would have been fun. Your turn.
For you, that mage is living a charmed life at the moment, and he's like Forrest Gump at this stage. He's not achieving a lot either.
No, he's not.
On that note, we'll go on to turn 4 for the Woodies.
Off you go, sir.
End of Wood Elves turn 4, and my wasn't that a frustrating turn. This fucking template, he keeps rolling 6s, and this is the one... okay, so what happens with this Pillar of Flame is that every turn it moves a bit. And every turn I try and dispel the damn thing, and it doesn't fucking work. It just won't dispel. I'm rolling garbage on that, and every turn he gets to direct where it goes instead of it being a random movement. And he keeps rolling 6s for how far it goes, 6 after 6 after 6, and it's just been cleaning up chunks of my army. It's extremely annoying. That template is the man of the match.
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
So it knocked a couple of wounds off my treeman, and then I don't know if something else had.
You almost died.
Yeah, the treatment almost died because of a fucking template that's just careening around the table. And he's going to do it again. He's going to finish off the fucking treatment because I can't for the life of me dispel that fucking thing.
And I'm out of range too, so you can't, And it may go through the goblins, but I don't really care.
No, well, it wouldn't even get that far. It's more than 6 inches away. So I charged the treatment into the goblins. And I also charged 3 loose... Wood Elves into the flank, thinking that I'll kill 1 or 2 and I might lose 1 in return. And what happened is that all of my Wood Elves whiffed completely and didn't kill a thing, and my treeman rolled up a fuck ton of 1s. He's lucky to be alive because she had to hit back. And 4 fucking Wood Elves were killed by those goblins in return because he rolled up a storm and I rolled up garbage. But them's the breaks, that shit happens. I did reposition my dragon to be able to fight.
It has not gone well for you with the dragon positioning.
No, well, see, I thought you would have crashed through already.
The goblins would have.
I was expecting to have been cleaned up and the dragon to be in a fight. He's just sitting there waiting for more of his own guys to die. So
you need to be proactive. That's I'll shut up now. But you need to put your dragon on the hill and go
a bigger thing and die because you've got so much shit that will kill him at range. You've got.
You're afraid of your dragon toughness 6.
I'm actually more worried about your magic.
Yeah, I've got a few spells that strength 7 spell.
Yeah, he's got a few things that'll. And this template, for example, you've got a bunch of stuff that'll fuck it up if I expose it too early. I was thinking that he was going to come in and I'll be fighting in the woods, but it hasn't really worked out that way.
No, I wasn't going to go to the woods. I said the goblins for it.
Yeah.
And what was your mistake by charging your 3 elves into the flank of the goblins?
Well, I rolled nothing but 1s and you rolled a whole lot of 5s and 6s, so shit happens.
That's what happens.
So he won. He won by the musician. If I just killed 1 more of the little fuckers and lost 1 less.
Because your treeman rolled nothing but 1s.
Yeah, so it was a decent enough idea right up to the point where the dice went the wrong goddamn direction.
I even didn't have the rank bonus.
Because the troops I had in the woods here that I charged in are vulnerable to getting pasted. So I thought I'd do something with them. Because 3 shots aren't going to achieve a lot against all of this. And I couldn't reposition them to get out of harm's way, and I couldn't get any shots on the giant there. The mage did one useful thing, which is to put the defences up on like the 5+ ward on this unit here.
Yep.
The duel over there turned into like nobody doing anything to each other. We fired a whole lot of poison arrows from this lot at these guys, did nothing. We actually took a wound off the giant with a poison arrow, that was better than nothing, but that's about it. I've been hocking dice all over the place and they've just been going terribly wrong all turn. So on that note, over to turn 5 the Orcs and Goblins. I'll probably kill the treeman at this point, that's frustrating.
Maybe.
But either way, we'll check in at the end of that. So end of turn 5 for the Gobs. They're closing in now. These guys have moved up out of this weirdo fight we were having there. The template, of course, rolled 6 inches and went right through the treeman. That's like 4 6s in a row for that fucking thing. And still, like, it's D3 plus 3, so it keeps rolling up a fuck ton. He threw some stuff at the dragon here. Missed with the bolt thrower. The catapult managed to misfire again. That's 3 times in a row. But the magic spell went off and got through the ward, of course, 4+ ward, and then did the maximum damage. That was annoying. Over here, we did a stand and shoot against that thing. Did I actually roll the stand and shoot?
You rolled 2 6s.
That's right. I wounded
You
the fucker.
poisoned both.
Yeah, so that's.
So you're killing the giant by just rolling 6s.
How many wounds does it come with normally?
It comes with 6, so it's
6
nearly
wounds.
dead.
All right, so that's going all right. The challenge, of course, did nothing again. Still going.
Oh, we didn't do that challenge.
Oh, we didn't do that challenge. Oh,
No,
we'll
no.
check in a moment after we've done that. End of Wood Elf turn 5. These guys moved up, fired more poison arrows at this guy and did absolutely nothing again. These guys rearranged themselves a bit and so they could take on a charge from that more than anything, although the giant might yet come through. And the mage got the armoured bulwark up, whatever it is, the defended obstacle. Failed to do the rust thing because that was dispelled. We did the wind blast on these guys and fucked up a few of them. They buggered off. And we cast the vortex on these guys. And we've already worked out the casualties for next turn, but that's going to go away. These little sneaky buggers came around the back and shot at the giant and took another bloody wound off of it. Get some little itty bitty needle point revenge here, I think.
Oh, it's glorious. It's hilarious.
Then the dragon was locked in combat against these guys after they pushed through the Wood Elves. He stomped 8/12 of the buggers. Didn't take anything in return, of course. And they fucked off. But because this fella's here, I don't really want him getting into my... well, he may try and charge past, but I don't really want him getting into these guys. He's redeployed to face him. The other thing, of course, is if I had followed up into these guys, I may have got charged in the flank, or that may have gone after my mage, or any number of other
Oh, the mage.
less desirable outcomes, so I decided to restrain.
That's a good move.
Yeah, he's going to go for the mage. The mage is within 3 inches of the big block of infantry, so it should be alright from shooting. If it gets charged, it gets charged. But anything that charges, it's likely to have a bit of a day. So anyway, we'll go into turn 6, God help us. And there's still quite a few miniatures on the table, weirdly, against an orc army. And we'll check in after that. Alright, end of Orcs and Goblins turn 6. Finally we killed that little bugger on his pig. It's like they were slapping each other with fish for like 4 turns in a row. The giant charged into flank, and my hero belted the shit out of him with a great weapon, and just, yeah, that rubber band effect I was talking about turned up. So he polished off the giant. Then...
Thanks to your poison attacks.
Yeah, well, they weakened it plentifully on the way in. Then the orcs, infantry, they're only archers, they had to go. They killed... Actually...
Killed one.
Killed one. It's whether the giant rolled shit on its attacks. So that was a big feature of the combat result as well. But then I just rolled up a whole lot of fucking everything I needed and slaughtered the shit out of that unit. I think I killed, 12 all up. There's only 4 of them left.
There was 16 left, so you killed 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the combined effects of...
the giant falling on them.
the giant
The
falling on them.
giant, the giant
6.
killed 6.
Oh my
so
God. I won the roll off where the giant falls over.
Fell over on
And unfortunately his frontage was a bit wider than mine. So yeah, that was all manner of horror. And they fled and we chased them. They've gotten away, but it's my turn next. We'll polish them off. This little sneaky bugger tried to charge my mage, but we've been arguing about this. I think he doesn't fit in that space there.
I'll let you off.
If this was a tournament, there would be a referee called.
Probably.
Well, yeah, you would. Quite legitimately. And various spells were hocked about. Another wound got taken off this guy with some spell. The bolt thrower missed. Thank fuck. Oh, that's right. The other thing that happened was the catapult, the one that's misfired 3 times this game. It finally fucking hocked a rock, missed,
yes,
dropped it on the wyvern.
yes, that was good. I liked that.
But he passed his regen save. And we're talking about this because I thought with the ward save you make the 1 ward and then if it fails, whatever number of wounds stacks on, that's fine. But I thought with regen, you work out the number of wounds and then you roll the regen each.
No.
But Sean's assuring me it's not.
It's basically a ward save. Well, I'm pretty sure. No one else is.
I mean, it makes no difference to the game because that guy's got 7 wounds and he hasn't lost a single one despite all the poison arrows. So he wouldn't have been killed anyway. That said, we're going into turn 6 for the Woodies. We'll polish off this nonsense and then we'll go home. Yeah, it's well past pumpkin o'clock.
Yes.
Go. Alright, end of Wood Elf turn 6. These guys and these chaps here popped in to shoot at these guys. The mage had a crack at them. I think that may have been dispelled. What do we do? We didn't do much else with the spells actually. These guys charged into the unit that was running and polished them off. This guy charged into this unit that was actually stuck around, and of course they issued a challenge. So we did something like 11 wounds to the champion with a maximum of I think 5 overkill. So then the combat res came into it, but then he rolled 11
and a 12.
And then I rolled 12.
That's still fair.
But then
my cunning plans undone.
And then they fucking well fled, and they went for miles.
Yeah, otherwise I would have.
And I rolled a 1 for my Swift Stride, so I didn't quite catch him. So I only get half the points. So it's like 60 points out of that unit.
Standard. I think that's the difference in the game. It's like that's 110 points.
I think I ate 13 of these buggers and only got 60 points.
That's why I send them forward.
So yeah. Oh, and I shot these guys at those guys, and the off chance I could get one and panic them. But of course we rolled a whole lot of 1s. So the dice rolling went back to what it was before, but that's okay. We tallied it up, and I killed 861 points worth of orcs, and they killed 728 points worth of wood elves.
Good.
So by some fucking miracle, I scraped by.
Well, you wouldn't allow me to charge your wizard, so
that was that was never going to happen.
Oh, because I get to go in and then I get to wheel.
You got to actually fit.
But I can wheel to you because you are.
Yeah, but you got to be able to fit through the gap in the first place.
So that I can fit.
Nah. You're stretching that rule. Anyway,
I have to go to the closest thing. So I fly, wheel once, and then hit you. It can be done.
Except you've got to actually land at some point.
Yes, but so I fly far enough forward so that I can land, wheel once, and then I hit you.
Okay, so he's
I can charge you.
So he's a Red Bull helicopter.
No. Look, I can see you wizard, right?
We're not going to agree on this.
Yeah, okay. All right. Anyway.
All right. On that note, that was a really cunning game. It was like lots of clever shit going on both sides. Or at least trying to do clever shit on both sides. So it didn't always work.
Not necessarily that clever, but no.
What have we learned?
Goblins don't taste very nice.
The dragons seem to like them.
That was they did their job. I was really impressed with them. They beat off that. Well, your shitty dice roll beat them off.
Oh my god! Yeah, losing those
to a treeman in the flank.
Oh.
And don't send. Look, I've seen this before. You've got this tough unit of chaos warriors or whatever surrounded, and then you send in some flimsy, easy kills to the flank, thinking you'll get a flank bonus, but in the end you end up losing 6 or 7 guys because they're as tough as nails.
I'm aware of the liability factor, but I was throwing guys at
goblins.
At goblins that I thought, I'll polish off a couple, might get a couple of dice back.
Just don't do it. It's not worth it. You only get 1 flank bonus. You weren't going to get anything.
I wasn't for the flank bonus. I wasn't going to get that at all. It's just I had a unit that was screwed no matter where it went. So I thought I'd throw them in and add to the casualty bonus. But it went the other way.
Yeah. And that's the thing with the game, and that's what makes it fun. Is that these things pop up, and you just go, "What? Huh? That should happen. What the hell?"
Yeah, random shit.
Yeah.
The mighty hero trips over his own, garter belt on the way in, and
Yes.
fistful of ones later.
So, yeah, and that's what happens. I think, like I keep telling you, you keep sitting back and going, "Oh," and I think you need to expand.
Yeah,
Even your dwarves.
The dwarves I'm quite comfortable to be aggressive with now because I think I figured out how to do it. I haven't figured out how to I haven't got the hang of the Wood Elves yet.
You've got to be brutally. You've got to take those. I said,
you're
going to take.
absolutely.
What next Thursday? You're going to take.
1,600 points against Dark, I believe.
And you're going to take some small units.
Yeah, MSU archers and max out on that and see how it goes.
So just put them out there where he has to deal with them.
Yep.
And they're only 65 points. I mean, they're expendable.
Yep.
That's what you've got to you've got to use. You've got to be like the Russians. You've got to be pretty ruthless. It works.
Well, I look forward to doing a horde army one day where the casualties will be more entertaining.
Well, yeah, you got to paint a lot of figures. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
And the other army of Skaven, I wouldn't really go at this stage.
Skaven? I don't do Skaven.
Well, I don't know. What's another horde army?
Empire?
Yeah, true.
Potentially Bretonians, I suppose.
Bretonians
Orcs,
can
Goblins.
be. Orcs and Goblins a bit. But I got Orcs and Goblins. Do you really want to?
I suppose, not really lizardmen, I guess. They wouldn't be.
No, I don't think. And they're not. People are running because they're a legacy and they don't have the full.
Don't have the full kit.
As yet.
Yeah. Although I am rather enjoying running my demons, and
yes,
I've still got to figure out the Zench a bit, but they seem to be
corn juggernauts. That's what you need.
Yeah.
Shut up, Sean.
No, I actually won the last game with the Zench. It was only the second time I played them.
Yeah, but you're picking. You're just
Possibly, but just the sheer surprise because nobody knew what the fuck we were doing with them.
Yes, that helps. I don't. Yeah, look, I think that was fun. Thanks for the game. I got to be more aggressive with your dragon. That's what I would say. Just stick. Oh, yeah, but if you did, you would have died.
Yeah, if I'd been too aggressive, I was saying earlier to Sean, what I'm trying to do is not so much to hide or to fall back. It's to try and create a situation where the enemy has to come in and try and shape what's going on when they do so. And it's really tricky to do. And when I pull it off, I smash the other guy, but I don't pull it off that often. So I probably need to think about different tactics, but then we're in a new edition of the game, so the MSU, lots of little shooter units, which is...
You also split your forces. Come on, you put all the...
Look, I did.
All down there, and I don't think that... Well...
But what it did was it drew off...
a single boar unit.
Well, boar unit, your boss guy mucked around for a couple of turns, you had another unit that was tooling around instead of pressing the attack.
But
I was worried that I was going to get like the full weight of that big phalanx that you had in the middle, plus the wyvern that was crashing at the same time.
I didn't want to I wanted to send the goblins in and just shoot you, because it was to my advantage with fireball. Just sit back and go, boom, and that was it. I wasn't, and use the vortex of doom. Which
the vortex of cheaty game-winning fucking nightmare. Fucking Yahtzee of fire. Fucking hell.
Fuck. That apparently is getting popular.
I bet it is.
And this video will only excite people to use it more often.
Which thing is that from?
Huh? It's from the Battle Magic.
Battle Magic's good.
I looked at Battle Magic at the beginning, and people were poo-pooing a whole heap of things on it.
No, Battle Magic is just solid killing. It's really good.
It's got movement. It's got fireball. It's got the vortex. It's got the arcane thing, and it's every spell in it.
Full credit to Battle Magic. It's really effective. This is the first time I think I've tried Elementalism, and it was fun. I can't shit on it.
I don't know what I didn't. The wind. The missile spell wasn't too bad. It actually did some. It's strength 5.
Yeah.
You still got to learn how to use your mage. You were a little bit.
I made a few dumb mistakes.
You marched him when you should have. Not
That's I did some silly things
the
with.
problem with the mages is that the ranges are very short in this game and is susceptible to being charged.
Yep.
So my solution is stick them in a big unit, and come get me. Do not care.
I used to put them in big units, but then you told me not to because they kept getting picked on by you, and you'd say, I've got 3 people, they're all going to pick on that one fella there.
But that was an 8th edition. I did that.
Yeah.
And this edition, you've got to be in base contact to actually target the mage.
That was always the way.
But the thing is, how you protect your mage is you make sure that your unit has a big nasty guy in it, or you support it so that even if they get in, the next turn the unit that goes in is stuffed. And
well, that's true. If I've got a high initiative guy standing next to the mage, you can kill all the people who are in base contact.
Well, that's it. And if you've got a ward save, if you've got battle magic, you go arcane. You get the ward save. He's got a ward. I mean, the orcs have got the. You put him in a black orc unit, and he gets motley crew, so he gets a 3 armor save.
Oh yeah,
because everyone gets the.
And in fact, I think with the army I'm building at the moment, this is what I have collected so far. I've got another $400 worth of shit on order. Well, yeah, she sort of does. Some of the finer details I may have missed out. But the mage in that thing, he comes with chaos armor. He's actually going to be a unit leader.
And he also gets a 5-up ward save automatically.
Exactly.
I used to use a mage on mounts to get him around. With battle magic, yeah, maybe. I don't know. You got to make sure he can't be shot. You can put him on. He gets chaos armor. He gets barding, so you can have a 4-up armor save and then a.
I mean, I bought I might buy the one that's mounted one day later on as I develop the army, but I got the infantry one because I was on holidays and it was there.
Or take a battle mage and put him take lore from it, or get the 5. You can get 5 spells.
Yeah.
But as long as you get the movement spell, you can move your chaos warriors.
I'll talk more about that one later, actually. But anyway,
a few tricks I can show with that one.
It's stupidly late. I think it's time to call it a night. Thanks for watching. Feel free to hit like, subscribe. Tell us what you think of the woodies in particular, because they're really weird. But fuck, I don't even know what time it is. All I know is my kid's going to be jumping up and down on me at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, time to call it a night.